Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you is on yet another attempt from Everytown for gun safety, our foes on the gun control side, trying to put a company out of business through the effect of lawfare. This is something that we just saw was used to brutal effect in the Polymer 80 case. Well, now they're going after another company. Big hint, it's right there. RMA Armament. This is about body armor. If you think this is an innocuous lawsuit based off of a mass shooting, you'd be wrong. There is a dead, determined outcome that they are chasing. Everything I'm about to show you, including the case and where you can find the support of this company, is linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on, because we are in the fight for our rights, and I love doing it every single day, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. All right, beautiful people, listen. We got to talk about something in these RMA plates. Now, this is something that Everytown is targeting specifically for. You know what they're targeting for? This right here. This is a level 4 plate. This thing is made 100% in America. It's one of the lightest in the actual field. In fact, let me tell you a few of the things about this that make it stand out so I get it right. Let me refer to this. It saves 3 pounds over 1155 in similar plates, roughly equivalent to 3 fully loaded AR-15 magazines. That's how light and how effective this is. And like I said, this is level 4. 100% made in America. You've got multi-hit performance, full 10 by 12 inch coverage. This is something that can really add to your preparedness, add to your overall 2A life, if you will. And now I'm about to show you how they're going after them. There's a link in the description box below if you want to check it out. But let me just show you this, because this is something they've been doing consistently over at Everytown. Check this out. Buffalo Tops friendly market shooting survivors and family members sue the manufacturer of the gun lock, the gun store, manufacturer of combat-style body armor, social media companies, and shooters' parents, and Santa Claus, because he was in the area. I mean, literally, guys, they do that. They do this thing where they just want to sue everybody for everything. But I got a few points that are highlighted, but specifically, this is about RMA armament. So let me get down here and show you what they're doing. And I highlighted in a different color the very important piece. Everytown Law, along with co-counsel, filed 2 lawsuits seeking accountability and reform on behalf of the victims of the racist mass shooting that took place at Tops Friendly Market in Buffalo, New York on May 14th, 2022. You like how they try to tie the brands involved in the lawsuit to the racist actions of some asshole? Yeah, let's continue. The lawsuits allege that the shooter was able to obtain the illegal assault weapon he used for his attack as a result of the unlawful and deceptive action of Mean Arms, which is the company that manufactured the gun lock and provided a fake veneer of compliance with New York gun laws, and Vintage Firearms, the gun store that sold him the illegal AR-15 style rifle. And here we go, RMA Armament, the company that equipped the shooter with combat-grade body armor without reasonably vetting it, is also named a defendant. And the person who made the car who drove to the mass shooting has also been named as an enabler in the racist mass shooting. You see what they're doing? It's anything and everything. Oh, that gun lock that was compliant in New York? Well, that was a veneer of safety. The RMA, the body plates that enabled him to do his action, none of it had anything to do with his actions. What it had to do with his actions was his own broken brain. But you got to blame something, which is why I'm showing you what they're doing to a armor company. This is not even anything that does anything offensive. This is purely defensive. Sorry, I scrolled down. I didn't mean to. Let me get over to the actual lawsuit and show you a few of these things, because this is literally what they did to Polymer 80. Okay, check this out. Defendant, RMA Armament. You guys are going to have some fun in this one, so let me know in the comments right in this part. Public safety concerns associated with combat-style body armor. That's what they're calling it. Body armor, particularly the type of combat-style ceramic body armor plates that RMA Armament marketed and sold to the shooter, directly apparently, threatens public safety by protecting perpetrators of violent crime, thereby facilitating and emboldening acts of armed violence. Wow, that's a leap. The purpose of wearing body armor is to make it more feasible to go armed and to enhance the advantage of doing so, as the Court of Appeals has put it. The act of wearing body armor thus suggests more than the presence of a deadly weapon. It demonstrates its owner's readiness and willingness to use a deadly weapon. Why? That's my big question to you guys watching this video. If the whole point, and you have this body armor on, and all of a sudden, when you have put on defensive body armor, because I don't know, it might be your job, you might go into a bad area, or have it in a backpack, all of a sudden, by you having this, this now means you have a higher propensity to shoot somebody. Does that make sense? It's a defensive system, level 4, NIJI tested, by the way. I mean, it doesn't make sense on any level. But let's continue. Again, it's linked in the description if you want to find out more about this product. As body armor technology has developed and become commercially available over the last 50 years, law enforcement agencies and policymakers, so you know it's good, have recognized that body armor poses a risk of misuse for criminal or offensive purposes. Cars, knives, tobacco, I mean, like anything under the sun, you could say has a potential misuse by a criminal because they're criminals. I mean, does this remind you of anything that we've talked about in the past? Like, I don't know, Minnesota, where 10 and 13-year-olds were boosting cars, stealing cars, and the Attorney General of Minnesota, by the way, Minnesota, where Tim Walz is from, actually said he's going to go after Kia and Hyundai for making their cars too easy to steal. The same guy says Glock makes their guns too easy to convert to a machine gun. It's almost like criminals don't give a crap about what they want, what your laws are. Anyway, this is the mindset, but let's continue. Legislators have addressed the threat to public safety with various measures, including restrictions on the possession of body armor by certain persons deemed likely to misuse it. God, that's so dumb. The use of body armor for particular purposes and distribution of body armor. Legislatures have established these restrictions consistent with the perceived risks posed by the type of body armor known to be available to civilians at this time. Now, I want to break it down for you, some other stuff here. Because the reasons that they're saying here for B, because I just laid the background, but this little portion right here, let me just show you this, and then I'll show you an infographic, which is like the best thing you've ever seen for an ammo manufacturer. I mean, an armor manufacturer. Check this out. RMA Armaments combat style body armor plates. Wait for it. Again, this is all in court. RMA Armament originally developed its body armor products to be used by law enforcement agencies and the military. That's because they needed funding, and that's where the biggest market is. Its website acknowledges that body armor typically has been known to protect military personnel. Okay, cars and vehicles have been known to transport military personnel. That is a completely just. It's the arguments are so thin and they are so veiled. Gosh, it's dumb. Anyway, continue. This is where it gets evil. Profit. Motivated by profit and desire to make body armor widely available, RMA Armament began promoting its products to civilians because they're perfectly legal. And when you live in war zones perpetrated by DAs who let criminals out on the street all the time, it kind of makes sense. Anyway, one more thing here. Let me jump down to this because this is what they're actually trying to do. I swear to you, these people sell more products than we sell products. All right, listen to this. There's a lovely infographic here. You can get over to level 4, which is what I'm showing you, is right here too. Stops a 308. Good Lord, starts an anti-personnel round? I mean, I swear, are these guys trying to sell these things? But this is all in court docs, guys. And the reason that I'm showing you this stuff is this is how they operate. They find a company that they don't like, that they perceive as a lower hanging fruit. They start naming it into different lawsuits, and then they have to suck the money right out of those companies and destroy them. You saw the exact same thing with Polymer 80. RMA Armament, right here for these body armor plates, did nothing at all wrong, but all of a sudden they're on the chopping block because a criminal used them in a nefarious manner. That's why they're going after this. That's why they went after Polymer 80. They perceive weakness and they want to destroy it. As I mentioned, there's a link in the description box below. Check them out if you want to find out more about the lawsuit itself, or if you just want to find out more about the plates. And I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.